You guys are good to go.
What did you say? Good
I
to
didn't,
go?
I didn't hear him.
I heard a mumble.
You guys are good to go.
Oh, good to go. All right, we're gonna get going here. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Supervisor Moore,
Here.
Councilwoman McNamara,
Here.
Councilman Iacilli.
Here.
Councilman Pell,
Here.
Councilman Martell.
Here.
Thank you. All right, we're going to start our work session today with an update on Southampton Youth Services Program and Facilities. And we have Kevin O'Connell, who's the president, Zach Epley, vice president, Tori King, executive director. I'm the secretary. Okay. And Terry is the secretary. What, are there enough chairs? Do you want to come
Here,
on up?
you know what, I'm gonna have to go back downstairs, I can have my chair.
No, the three of us are fine.
Yeah, I'm
Terry and
fine.
Eddie are
Well,
just.
this one usually goes
And
with,
Bert's also here,
no
as a board
problem.
member.
Okay, yeah, why don't you just come up and introduce yourselves again?
no, we're-
That's it.
We're good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Terry, are you sure you don't want to come up? There's enough chairs. Come on up.
Come on, Sarah.
you can use that one, Terry. Roll on over. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this up here.
So everybody,
Come
Edward Burke
back in a little
Jr.,
bit.
also on the board. How's everybody?
Well, thank you so much for inviting us to come in and give an update on what we have going on at SYS. It's an exciting time for us. I'm Kevin O'Connell. I'm the president of the board. I've been president of the board for the past 5 years. This is going into my 6th year as president and was on the board for probably 3 years before that. Terry Cunin's our secretary of the board and past president. We have Eddie Burke Jr., who's been on the board for over a decade. Zach Epley's our vice president of the board and has been on the board for over 5 years now. And most importantly, and why we're here, is to introduce Tori King as the next executive director of Southampton Youth Services. Tori officially started as executive director on October 1st. Scott Johnson is retiring with his last day on payroll at the end of the year, and we transitioned him to executive director emeritus as of October 1st. And so we could not be more excited to have Tori on board. She's been a member of the local community for a very long time, has been involved in dance and other sports, and has been with SYS since September of 22. She came on as our director of programming and just did an absolutely exceptional job for the 3 years in that role. And so it was a unanimous decision among the board members to promote Tori to executive director. I'm going to give her plenty of time to speak, but we could not be more excited.
Congratulations. That's wonderful.
We could not be more excited.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank you.
I mean, are we all?
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll let Tori get into the specifics because she's in the building every day, and our job as the board is to support her and make sure that the facility has everything they need to run all the incredible programming. Something we've really focused on over the last 5 years is to not just be a youth facility, right? It's not just Southampton Youth Services. And you can really see that in the types of people that are participating and utilizing the building throughout the day, every day, right? And so we've got a lot more programming for seniors. We've got a lot of pickleball programs. And so our usage of the facility is really phenomenal relative to when it first started, and it was truly just really a basketball facility with some other structure around it. Now you go there at 10 o'clock in the morning on any day of the week and the parking lot's still full, right? That never happened before. But we've got pickleball leagues and pickleball programs and pickleball training. And so we've really been as creative as we can with utilizing the facility from when it opens at 7 a.m. all the way through it closes at 10 p.m., right? And that programming changes throughout the day, obviously. We still give a ton of time to Southampton School District for their programs. We're working with parents from Southampton School District that are organizing their kids that aren't in the actual school programs, meaning like before 6th grade, it's really parents and youth organizations that organize those sports. And so we still give programming like that and time in the space so that all of our kids in Southampton are getting use of the facility. I think with that, I'll kind of turn it over to you and happy to pop in wherever you need me.
Thank you. It's nice to meet everyone. I know a lot of familiar faces. Thank you, Kevin. I've been in SYS in my program director role since 2022, but I've also been in the building since 2016 running a program. So I really got to see the ins and outs of how those programs run, and it's been a true joy. SYS has everything that you could imagine, and we serve, what Kevin said, we can go from 2-year-olds to 94-year-olds. We've got all of our programming. I've actually brought some program guides for you guys to take a peek. Happy to pass those around.
Thank you.
So what we've wrapped up for the fall, we've had basketball clinics, soccer clinics, pickleball clinics. We've had pickleball leagues. We've had an open rec basketball league. So that's really open to all levels of play. We're not really going to be, we have our competitive moments, but we have these open rec opportunities for players to just be exposed to all these different sports, which is really special. You'll see there's a lot of kids that are deterred from playing if they're not good enough, and we want to be a place for everyone.
That also goes for the seniors with the pickleball.
Yes, yep, so we've got our,
My wife loves pickleball, and she says
and it can be a challenge.
they're kind of not sportsmanship when you get older, I guess.
It's tough. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. It's, it happens in school, but it also happens after school.
I told her when she gets good, you got to be nice.
Well, and we've also offered those pickleball clinics to help those that feel less confident. So like Kevin mentioned, we've opened up a lot of programming to adults. We have East End Disability come in and use our facility. We've had the Southampton Girl Scouts. We really do want to be open for everyone. So it's been really special, and I've just been enjoying every moment of this, so I'm very excited.
A lot of great programs listed in
you.
here.
We've got coming
Little
up,
yoga.
Yes, that was a
Cute.
fun one. So we've got winter leagues coming up, which is our more competitive basketball league where we have different districts coming in. We have baseball. This is our busy season. Everyone's coming inside because there's really not too much to do outside. Baseball clinics coming in, soccer, basketball again, art. We have our after-school program that runs all year. We have an adult tap class. Our dance classes run from September to May. So we really are offering quite a few programs, especially in the winter for our
Do
community.
you still have the turf field in the bubble?
No, that was Future Stars actually.
Okay.
Ran that, and they stopped doing the turf. Which I was
My kids, when they were in West Hampton, used it for
Yeah.
lacrosse in the winter.
I was upset because I used to do the varsity baseball, and there it was like a good tool to have, and then they stopped it a few years ago.
Yeah, tennis courts.
Yeah.
New movie night, too.
Yes. I'm happy to take any questions too. I live in East Quogue. I grew up in East Quogue. My husband grew up in Hampton Bays, so we're local family. And it's just been I remember going to SYS when my brother played basketball, so it's been just a part of our lives. And I hear that so often from so many community members, how their kids have grown up here, or kids have come back and said, well, I grew up here. I remember Danny being in SYS a bit, so it's been really special, full circle moment.
We appreciate the relationship and the partnership with the town so much. Obviously, we've had a couple big projects that we're working on together, and the roof looks amazing. Couldn't be happier with it, and the snow guards are in, so now everyone will be
good.
safe all winter, and that
Yeah.
seemed to have worked really well last week, and so
Oh,
really,
right.
really
Yeah.
excited. Finished a
Just
couple
finished.
weeks before the storm, and so there are members, and probably Zach, when you were a kid, remembers how dangerous SYS was before the snow guards were on, and so it was important for us to get those in before this first snowstorm.
Sheet of
You get a
ice.
sheet of ice right down, giant icicles would come down, and so we continue to do fundraising on our own as well. Obviously, we have programs and we have rental income, but we continue to do fundraising on our own for some of the bigger items. And just want to highlight that we're trying as hard as we can to make sure the facility is kept up, and we really treat it as if we are full owners of the facility. And so we have 6 new basketball hoops coming in. Those basketball hoops haven't been replaced since the building opened. They are very old, they are very heavy and don't function properly. That was a private donation from a family foundation that allowed us to do that. Those snooze hoops will be delivered on January 5th. Another family foundation that we have a partnership with and a relationship with is donating for a little bit of rebranding and a website refresh that'll kind of help with our operations. And so as a board and certainly as an executive director, we've been as active as we can to try to make sure that SYS is in good standing and taking advantage of the great relationship that we have with the town.
Yeah, well,
And it's great for the community. Also, you should get in touch with CSA downstairs, Colleen, and maybe you can, when we have the newsletter, we can put that stuff
she
in.
just said her name and here she walks
There she
in.
appeared.
I asked Colleen to come up to take a picture of all of us so we can put it in the newsletter. Give you guys some,
Yeah.
advertisement.
So you had to bring in a new program director then to fill your
We
vacancy?
have not yet, but that is something we are going to be working on in this new year.
Yeah, with all these programs.
Yes.
That's definitely needed.
But we have some other great members on the staff, if you want, we have, provide some really great jobs for the town, and some of the members of the staff have moved up and are assisting Tori now, so it's really a great place for, younger group to get into a job and then figure out if that's a career path for them or what have you.
It's always good to bring people up.
And that's what's been great. We've had Ryan Moore, who has been with us for about 10 years, and he was just promoted to Director of Operations over the summer. And no one knows the facility currently better than him because he's been there for so long. So he's been there and he knows, he has standing relationships with all of our vendors and our tenants. So it's a seamless transition, and he's doing such a wonderful job as well.
I have a question, not to catch you off guard, but what's your future goal for the place? What would you like to have it see? What you would like to add to it, maybe to the building or to some activities in the next couple of years, where the town could help you do?
With the town, the limit doesn't really exist. I would love to offer anything that comes our way. So, I'd love to support the community. Myself, I came from an arts background. I want to bring in anyone in the community that wants to share their gift, whether it's coaching or teaching a new skill. We've had sewing classes, we've had music classes. There's really nothing that we wouldn't try.
Why don't you tell them a little bit about the murals that we painted, and why don't you tell them a little bit about the manners class, just as two examples of something that's outside the box that
Yes.
people might not think SYS offers.
So there is a woman that spends her summers here. Her name is Kristen DeSano. She is a certified manners coach. So we've run manners mini camps throughout the summer. Not something you'd think in a recreational facility, but she works on table manners, introduction. She works with children when they're working on applications to private schools or to college. So that's been a wonderful program.
Program sells out every single time. Every single time the program sells out, it's incredible to come up and watch, and just, it's not something that I don't think that the majority of Southampton residents understand we're trying to do at SYS. Okay, sorry. go
No,
ahead.
that's
Yeah.
okay.
That's
And it's-
amazing because you don't get that anywhere
Not
else.
anywhere else.
No, and it's
Exactly.
not what you think it is too. You think manners and you think the kids have to sit like this. She brings costumes and they do fun skits and let me introduce my son to, they're pretending, but she's putting them in real life situations. Their parents introduce them to a coworker and it's, look them in the eye, shake their hand. It's wonderful, but it's in such a fun delivery. And then Maria Fume Dietrich is also a Southampton resident. She's a local artist, but she works for a bunch of different companies. She's a freelance artist, but she's kind of all over. And she wears many hats, but she's an artist. And we've brought her in to run art workshops, but in doing so, we've also introduced her to our after-school program. So in the winter months, the kids can't go out on the playground as much. So we've said, let's add some programming to the after school. So Rhea would come in and do projects with them. And what we decided to end up doing is we did a 4-part mural installation. If you've ever been to the building, we have that elevated track. And our mission statement is that we are a safe place to play, dream, grow, and learn. So we've done in all 4 corners of the stairs when you go up to the track, we have play, dream, grow, and learn. and all of our after-school kids were a part of that creation. So she would give them different prompts and, you know, what does this mean to you? And they would draw it, and she would incorporate all of those different pieces, and she then presented a final piece, and then those kids were a part of the installation as well. So it was just such a beautiful moment to have all of that come together and for the kids to see their art come together. And again, that's not something you would normally think about in a recreational facility, but there's really, I don't think there's a limit to what we would bring in. I would absolutely try anything, and you know, Scott Johnson would always say, throw it to the wall, see if it sticks. And I mean, I think that's exactly what we can do with the support of the town. There really is there's no loss. You know, try everything, and if it doesn't work, then we just move on to the next plan.
I would also mention that you guys are also a great resource for town residents that necessarily can't afford, you know, a private health club membership, that, you know, older people that want to come and just walk the track because a treadmill, you know, is kind of intimidating to them, that I know a lot of people that do that as well.
Yes, yep, and that's a much more affordable option. So you have that SYS membership where you can access the track and you don't have to go into the gym. So there's so many different options. Or if you just wanted to come in on a day, there's a woman that will come in. If it's too icy out, it's $10. She can come in and walk the track as long as she'd like.
And zone classes are great for the kids.
What was that?
The zone class.
I would love it. I would love it. And that's, again, anything. It doesn't have to just be sports.
You don't have that in middle school anymore, or home ec, or careers.
So to answer your question, Bill, more broadly, part of what makes SYS special and the way we have the building structured is that we have a lot of flexibility in what we can do in it. And what Tori lives every day is just feedback from the community on what we need. And so the programs have changed over time, frankly, what we're doing. But because we have studio space, and because we have the center rink, and we have 2 basketball courts that are also volleyball courts, and because we have fitness, and what used to be block spot is now open space that we can do manners programs. And so it's feedback from the community that creates these programs, right? It's us trying to think and stay ahead, but it's really the community and what their demands are. And so when SYS was built 22 years ago, I don't think anyone imagined how much the center rink would be used for soccer. The center rink is full of soccer players almost all the time, especially in the evenings, right? And so we're getting new basketball hoops. The next thing on our list is we probably need to get a donation for new soccer nets because it's used all the time. And 22 years ago, that wouldn't have been the case. With youth sports, flag football has become incredibly popular. And so now SYS runs arguably the best flag football program out here. I'm sure others might think it was somewhere else, but friends of mine from East Hampton come to SYS because our flag football program is so good. Again, that's a relatively new program for us, but every year we kind of adapt what we're doing and try to think about what the community's asking. And so if I had a challenge for you, I'd say continue to do that and listen to the community about what we need.
Do you do any rollerblading?
So the rollerblades wouldn't work on the type of floor that we have for the center rink. You would think, because it looks like you could,
Yeah.
but it actually wouldn't.
Because I know that's popular now with the younger generation, actually,
it's
believe
so
it or not.
fun.
Like going,
Funny, 'cause
I
it
can
was
actually
popular
speak.
when I was the younger generation.
it's coming back in vogue.
There's the skate park that you got that's up there too.
Yeah.
Jen.
I can speak to that, actually. I served on the board like almost 20 years ago for SYS, and we were big in roller hockey back then. And we tried to do it in that center rink, and the surface made it seem like you were going uphill in the mud all the time. You couldn't get a hard enough wheel to go in there. So it's great that you guys adjust to that. But I have to tell you, one of the things that we used to talk about on the board a lot was the affordability aspect for the kids. And I'm very impressed with the prices here, that it's basically half the price of going to a movie every time you show up for an event here at SYS. And I'm very proud that you guys have adjusted to what the needs of the community is. And you've added on so many great programs. I mean, it's wonderful. I'd like to actually see you with your manners class really get involved with the Southampton Youth Bureau on that, because maybe they can pick up on that and expand that program to what they do, because I think that's one of the extra things we're looking for them to do that. One question I really had, do you ever keep stats on like where the kids come from throughout the town for their, who are the members and?
Yes, so whenever someone joins a program, they're joining and we're getting all of their information. So there are reports that we could run to see. I would say the majority is Southampton. However, in the summer, it varies a bit because you will get some people from out of town. And again, it depends on the program. But there are definitely reports, and if that's something you'd like to see, I'd be happy to present some information like that.
I think what Rick is getting, not Southampton town so much as school districts within the town.
Yes.
Who's using the facility? Because sometimes, we hear it's really just Southampton, but we want to
I would argue, it's probably just as many Sag Harbor kids too going out there, and some from East Hampton. I mean, Kevin's kids go to Sag Harbor, and you guys, we have a ton of basketball kids that come from there. I think sometimes people coming from the west with traffic issues, getting out there, sometimes have issues as much coming, but I know that there's a groundbreaking on a new rec center right out, a rec facility out in West Hampton.
Not as big as yours, but
Which
it's
will
small.
be good. But yeah, so I think that's part of it. And I just want to add a thank you guys for everything. I know we've worked on some projects with you guys over the years, and SYS is 22 years old. And I think when it first started, it was like my parents and their generation and everybody, and it was for me and my friends. It's kind of weird now, like having 4 kids that are in the building and all the programming we do, and it's really a special place that we have. And it's a 20-year-old building, so we've had some maintenance things we've had to do: the roof, the ACs. We're going to be looking at the floors, and we've been trying to keep up with that. So thank you guys for working with us on all that and keeping the program going. And Bill, I do know a retired home ec teacher that might be perfect for those sewing classes that you want to do up there.
She plays pickleball on Tuesday. You can see.
It's an introduction.
A couple retired art teachers too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would love some introductions.
And by the way, she ran a camp in the summertime many years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
What type of camp?
4 little kids
Oh, that's wonderful.
at Swordfish Club in West Hampton.
I'm very familiar with swordfish.
Yeah.
And Tori, so Tori actually used to work for Seafield like 10 years ago. We were very upset to see her go, and then took another job, and then ended up back at SYS. And I was very excited when I saw her applying, because I knew how great she was, and how wonderful. And I was upset she left, but she landed a good spot here, so we're very excited.
Thank you.
And we're very excited, as a member of the town board, to watch it grow and see how we can help you grow.
Thank you.
That's why I asked that question, what was your goal? Because, sometimes you do need help from the town
And I think that's
support.
so
which is very
important, is to be just receptive, like Kevin said, to what everyone's asking for. Going back to his mention about the football,
My wife
flag
just
football
texted me,
league.
she said yes now.
It ended at 6th grade, and there's parents this year saying, well, I think we could use it for 7th and 8th grade. I said, okay, then let's put it on for 7th and 8th grade next year. There's no limitations.
Yeah.
And you guys have the fields up there
get out
too
to the
in
public.
town, so thank
Mail
you
to
for
every-
That
maintaining
helps
that.
us.
We did the Little League up there. You guys just redid the playground up there. That skate park gets a lot of use. There's another field.
Courts are getting redone again.
Yeah. The pickleball courts are over there. There's some turf fields that could use some new turf up there on some of those fields.
Can I just ask a question about social media and presence on social media? Because that's obviously a really big component of getting the word out there, raising awareness. How active is SYS with social media, and are there plans to, because I would like to see, personally, I think maybe expanding that and putting some advertising towards some of the posts so that people know that it's available. It's a great public resource.
Absolutely. So I think our Instagram might be on the back. Yep, right here at SYS Recreation. So we've increased our output of posts since I've come in. Kevin mentioned we also had a grant that we are receiving for a rebrand refresh, which this is also going to help us with the social media, with our website. It's just, there's things that just felt a little disjointed, and I really think this refresh will help us keep the heart and the soul of SYS, but just put it in a way where we can deliver it really well, and have our fonts and our brands and our logos. So I think that will really help us and our presence online going forward.
Yeah, and we could always help through CRC to do a post to let people know about it. We also have our CTV team. We do videos for the police department, for other different
That would be
services.
amazing.
So we could always try to provide some assistance on the town side, of course,
Yes.
to demonstrate. But I think also just from SYS's standpoint, it might be a great idea to expand those
I
efforts
think
too.
that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you for offering that.
I mean, I'm just looking at the pricing for dance classes, and it's actually pretty amazing. I think I paid more for this when you were the helper for Jocelyn when she was 4, and she's now 23 in law school, so.
Yes, and I mean, SYS also offers so many scholarships, and, based on those programming too, there's individuals that are running those programs. So I can speak for myself with running the dance program. I would say there's about 30 out of 140, maybe even more, dancers either fully scholarshiped, partially scholarshiped. There's, we know, and being in the building, we know who needs it, whether they need the help financially or we know those children just need an outlet. So there are a lot of children and, local families that are sponsored throughout our programming.
And that's a great point. We have we have a scholarship fund for anybody that can't afford the programming, and you guys do a great
Which
job.
Oh,
Yes.
that's awesome.
And then we also
really needed
we
in
also have a high
Southampton.
school scholarship fund, and we fund high school graduates in every high school in the town of Southampton. So we do West Hampton, Hampton Bays, Sac Harbor, Bridgehampton,
West
and
Hampton.
Southampton. Yeah, West
Yeah.
Hampton. Yeah.
Yeah.
So every high school in the town also we put something.
Do you utilize those scholarships to kind of get kids from the high school in to help at SYS?
We haven't done that. That's more for college.
Those are the college
What I
ones.
know, but I mean, like, a lot of the organizations that give scholarships like that use them as an incentive for kids of a high school age to come in and help,
Yeah.
either mentor or teach a class or.
So there's an application they put in. So I think because most people that get them are people that have worked there at some point
Okay.
as like a camp counselor
Yep.
or done stuff. So we there's kids that make themselves familiar with our staff.
And I can speak again to dance. There are some kids at our scholarship where we do see opportunities for them to gain some skills of assisting. And then same thing with basketball. There's been, just kids that we see around the building and we're like, what are you doing? Are you working? They've got time, and, we have another high school student that's going to come and assist for basketball clinics on the weekend. He just pops by and I've got some free time. Can I help out? Can I get some community service? And
That's awesome.
absolutely.
Yeah,
It's-
Tori's been great at, and Scott historically, of helping get community service for kids that want it, in terms of whether they're applying for National Honor Society or schools, but there's lots of opportunities to help. We've got all these leagues that need someone doing the clock and the book. We've got all this programming that can use an extra set of hands, and so to the extent anyone wanted to come up and do that for volunteer service, community service, I'm certain we could find a spot for them to do that.
Absolutely.
Is the program guide available digitally that we could put it on our website too? Is it already there? I mean-
I could provide a digital file, whether it's a
Link.
PDF or a PNG. All of these programs are on our website, just not in this format, but I'm happy to share this.
That'd be good.
And then you can ask Colleen, she can help you with the town. That's right.
Who would I
Another
send
reason
this
I asked her
over
to bring
to?
her Colleen.
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 You can connect with her.
I'll get
yeah.
her information, perfect. I can't twist too well.
Well, all the feedback that I hear is always positive
Yes.
and just reflects how valued your organization is with the community.
It's
Oh,
almost a
very
shame we
positive.
don't have an east and a west.
Yeah.
That'll be the conversation after this meeting. That's why we're saving that other half of Red Creek Park there.
But it's good, and I think that you should come back in 6 months and do it again. Give an update.
I'm happy to.
I think it's very important for the people to see, the people to watch this. And also gives you support and gives us support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe, did you want to say?
And congratulations.
So much.
Yeah,
Get a picture all
congratulations.
together.
You want to go out there?
Yeah, we should.
To the ones where they just stand behind us. We used to just sit here, they'd stand behind us and get.
Well, we want to get the new curtain first.
I'm gonna miss it.
Actually, we should, with all the town boards on one side, we should split the board up, you know?
There we go.
Yeah. No, we should have.
So
Yeah.
the symmetry. Okay.
Yeah. We need another female down there.
Oh, my God.
This is why kids don't getting down to male female. Who likes it? All right, you're good.
No, what are you-
Yeah. That's why the town boards all split up.
Always just the head and background.
I blinked.
I'm sure. Okay, last one.
Yeah.
It's great to come in and
Yeah.
a little.
Yes, let me give her my card as well.
And that brochure, how are you?
We gotta do,
Oh, let me run down. Okay. Great to meet you. Very nice to meet you. There's baby love. I'll be right back.
That was my first class that I've had. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You must be very good.
That works a lot. I appreciate it. Thank you. She took that.
These kids.
that footage, Jennifer.
I know.
Hey, all right, cuz. Oh, sure, yeah.
Thanks for the envelope yesterday, by the way.
Would you like me to leave some of these? I have a ton in here.
Sure, you could give it to Colleen, because Colleen can leave them outside of the,
Yeah, yeah. No, it's not that short.
Colleen
I
does
thought
it
it was gonna be short, yeah. There's less public hearings, but we actually, pretty long agenda. So come back at the beginning.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Thanks again.
Congratulations.
Hey, Terry? Yeah. On the, can you pay by credit card?
Yes,
Somebody asked me that. What's the fee?
2.5%.
2.5.
Yeah.
Because I know the water district doesn't have a fee.
Which end did we start with last time?
I don't
The fee
remember.
back in because they just
Start on your end.
provider. So I believe right now it's on again.
Okay, because that was confusing some people. I just want to make sure.
Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you. Take care.
Tomorrow. Well, that. Tomorrow is the town board is giving the party
I have like meetings tomorrow.
between 11:30 and 2.
Yep. Yeah, they were already scheduled.
You have to come down, have lunch. Take a lunch break.
Maybe it depends.
so
on-
that was my daughter when Tori was her instructor.
Oh my
A
God.
little baby.
Wow, 2013.
Wow.
No, it was before that, it was
Wow.
like 20, I don't know,
2010.
it wasn't a 10.
2008.
Well, that was very nice. Okay, so now we're ready for our town council and supervisor liaison updates.
So,
Rick, would you like to get us
Yeah, I
started?
mean, I just have one. I went on the end of the year Zoom with the Youth Bureau where he brings everybody from the community together to kind of go over what they've done for the past year. And it's something that I wished he would do for the whole town board because they do a lot of things. And I did like that manners class because they're looking, the big topic was what can they add? You know, some of the things they do the counseling now and they do have some programming. But what else could they do for the community? We talked about some college prep classes. We talked about something similar to a manners class, but basically, get ready for real life get out from behind a computer, get out from behind mom and dad, learn how to do different things.
Yeah, that's great. I love that idea.
So I'm hoping they follow through with that. I think Tracy's all on board with the programming. The meeting went very well. So they're looking forward to 2026. That's it for me today.
Great. Maybe that woman from SYS could partner with the Youth Bureau and
Well, they do the Glow Night there. They do have basketball. They run a basketball tournament there every year, so they are
the
involved.
manners woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Maybe she
yeah.
could,
But
sounds like she makes it fun.
That'd be good. Maybe I can send some of my employees there too, Make
Yeah.
sure.
Thank you, Rick. Bill, what do you got for us?
Nothing too much. I forgot my list at home. The dog ate it.
The dog ate the list. Well, you can update us after the first
Hey, Bill, on the
year.
DEC with Bel Air, do we have anything?
They hope by the, January 1st.
Okay,
First couple weeks in January, they told us.
great. Thank you for keeping up on that.
Yes, it's like every other week phone call.
All right, thanks. I did want to mention that the trustees had their last meeting on Monday. And it was bittersweet because it was a goodbye to Scott and Ed and Chip. But it was great to welcome the new board members. And we're looking forward to working together with them. That's it.
Tajay from our office went over to see a performance of the Holiday Spectacular of that our Fabulous Variety Show put on. We're now supporting our Fabulous Variety Show and some of their creative work of getting youth involved in some of our artistic talent shows. It was very nice. It was a great show, and they do so much to get kids involved in acting and dance, and it was just really nice. Also, I got an update that the kennels are on delay with the animal shelter, but they should be in January. They should be there.
Oh,
So
good, okay.
yeah, everybody has been notified.
Yeah, and they're operating all right without them for
Yes,
now.
For now.
Just not taking in new animals.
Yeah,
right?
I talked to Nick to see if there's anything we can do, but that was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted a particular kind of kennel, so
Right.
we'll get what
we're
they
trying
want.
to. Yeah, we're trying our best with it.
Yeah. And the cat house, they can have that as long as they need it.
Yep.
So, everything's fine. All right, thank you, Michael.
Yep.
Cindy?
I don't really have anything new. I do want to say, though, as this is our last work session of 2025, this board got a lot accomplished this year, and, government takes a long time to get things done, and I know sometimes the public isn't as patient as we would hope they would be, but I hope, too, that they see that, we got a lot done this year. We did a lot of work, and a lot of big things happened this year. I look forward to next year and, continuing on.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're here for. Get it done. All right, well, if no one else has any other comments, then I would say, I hope everyone has a happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. We're going to be back this afternoon for a special board meeting, but for now, we're going to go into executive session. I make a motion to do that, to discuss personnel.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.